Stephen Kwan digs in. We are ready to go. Tigers and Guardians both out of the American League Central, and we have arrived to game 4 and a Steve Reich call to get us started. Game 5 would be Saturday. That's a base hit into left center. Stephen Kwan continues his hitting ways, now on a 9-game postseason hitting streak, his 6th hit of this division series, and he's going to get another matchup against Bybee. That is a base hit into right center field. Manzardo singles and back-to-back hits. The Guardians in business here in the first inning. 2 on, nobody out.
Well, Olson fell behind right here, so 3-1. He had to come to him. Kwan thought about trying to get a jump there, and he got it.
And Kwan takes off, pitches outside, no throw to third base. Manzardo stayed put at first. That's going to be a stolen base for Kwan. An important steal. He gets there with less than 2 outs. Now first and third for Naylor.
Well, what a great job. He had him timed up. You could see him timing him up when Ramirez was hitting that whole time.
Guardians desperate for a big hit. Naylor, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. He gave him another changeup. So Ramirez and Naylor retired. 2 outs now. Still runners at the corners.
Wow, look at the depth of that changeup. You see the drop on that pitch right there?
It was Olson's first batter faced. And he's on the first pitch and a base hit to right field. Kwan will score. Lane Thomas gets Olson again on that first pitch. It's an RBI single to right, and the Guardians strike first here in game 4.
Well, I'll tell you what a job by Lane Thomas. You talk pressure, your 3-4 hitters couldn't get him in here. And he kind of took the dumb down approach we talk about, right? Let the ball travel, shot it the other way. No.
22 starts this year. A little cue shot to third base. And McKinstry will make the play to end the inning. But the Guardians finally scored. In Cleveland, they say hallelujah. We're on the board. Lane Thomas again, his 4th RBI of this postseason. Bieber, the ace, former Cy Young Award winner, injured after just 2 starts, and Bybee has stepped up. That's off the end of the bat, little flare into center field, and that is going to fall, a base hit. And the speedy Meadows on his way to second with a hustle double. Dropped in the triangle out there. And Meadows recognized that, threw it into 5th gear, and it's a leadoff double for the Tigers in the first.
Well, I'll tell you what, B.A., this ball was in the air a long time for me not to be caught. I know it hit that little triangle, but looking here, it looked like Lane Thomas had a beat on it from center field. We all know that changeup got it off the end of the bat, probably broke his bat. You almost feel like Lane Thomas was coming in to catch it and then saw Brennan out of the corner of his eyes.
And Bybee deals in a swing and a miss. High fastball got him. Guardians lead 1-0. We play in the home first. In the air, shallow left. Kwan is over. The Gold Glover settles in to make the play, and the side is retired. Tanner Bybee works around a leadoff flare double. Strands him at second base. It's 1-0 Cleveland. 3 balls and a strike on Colt Keith.
Ball 4.
And it's ball 4. Missed with a changeup. Torkelson's got big power. Runner at first, and Torkelson back up the middle. Little flare's going to fall, a base hit. Colt Keith on his way to third. He sat on it, got the slider, and a base hit puts the Tigers in business in this second inning.
I'll tell you what, B.A., this is going to be something Stephen Vogt and them are going to have to keep an eye on right here, because if he becomes just a slider changeup pitcher, you're going to see exactly what Torkelson did. He knew slider was coming. In fact, he was out in front of it a little bit because he was ready for it. And you know that's going on in the Tigers dugout right now. They're saying, look off speed.
Keith knew it, was on the move, goes first to third. Misses again. Same spot. McKinstry is aboard. The bases are loaded. Nobody out here in the second inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Sweeney on the first pitch, a fly ball left center. Going to be plenty deep to get Keith home. Thomas's throw comes to third base, and the Tigers have tied it up. Trey Sweeney, sacrifice fly and an RBI. Sweeney with his second RBI of the postseason. And we're all even at one here in the second inning of game 4. First and second, one away. And Rogers lines one to short. Caught, throw to second, out! And a double play. Rocchio in his tracks makes the catch. And a base running blunder by Torkelson. He took a couple of hops and he could not get back. Bybee and the Guardians are out of it. A Houdini act. On the ground, and it's through for a base hit. Naylor pulls one through, gets it by Cole Keith. 2-out single for Naylor. That's his 4th hit of this division series, and it extends the inning.
Well, I tell you what, Cole Keith's pretty good little second baseman there. That ball was smoked by Naylor. It was past him by the time he could even dive.
Did you feel like this was a fast track?
It is, especially for the North.
Helping that cause. That ball is ripped. Lane Thomas with another barreled up line drive. He's 2 for 2. And back-to-back hits for the Guardians now with 2 outs. Runners at first and second for Will Brennan. Tiger fans trying to help him out. 3-2. Runners go, and a swing and a miss. Got him with a hook. Olsen drops the curveball in for strike 3. Inning over. Guardians strand 2. They've left 5. Still 1-1. Everything changes. Guardians in desperation mode. And Riley Green stings one back up the middle of base hit. Been a career year for Riley Green, a first-time All-Star, and a leadoff single off Bybee. First hit for the Tigers since the second.
Look at that pitch, kind of up in the zone, and Riley does a good job of staying within himself and just pulls those hands in and hits it right back up the middle. That's one thing we've seen the Tigers do the last few games.
A called strike 3. Bottom of the zone. Tanner Bybee finds it with the fastball and rings him up. A strikeout, his 3rd.
Well, I'll tell you what, best fastball of the night for him. I mean, painted down at 96, and you can see just froze. Keith, what a beautiful pitch.
Delivered it right to the spot. Ground ball, double play chance here. Flip it to the bag. Rocchio to first in time. Tanner Bybee gets it off the end of the bat, and a room service double play. Jimenez to Rocchio, over to Naylor. Inning is over. Wipes out a leadoff single, and we are still tied at 1. We go to the 5th against Tyler Holton. 4 for 8. 3 of those 4 hits are doubles. And he sends that one deep into left field, and Ramirez will watch it fly out of here. Jose Ramirez has arrived here in game 4. Puts the Guardians in front 2-1 on a no-doubter into the bleachers in left field.
Man, we talked about his chance to deliver the big hit, and he did it right here. Talk about left from the left side, be a 348 hitter this year. So you flip him around, but that is some of his strength. And he got a 1-0 changeup, 110 off the bat, 418 feet.
Pure swing of Jose Ramirez on the changeup.
Boy, you see how his head stays on that. Look at his eyes, right on the ball, hitting the bat.
At 39 home runs in the regular season. Guardians had their last game of the season canceled due to rain. So broken bat. And Keith will make the play, and Holton is out of the inning. But Jose Ramirez finally makes his presence known. One of the game's best players, 6-time All-Star. Launches a home run to put the Guardians in front 2-1 as we go to the home 5th. McKinstry, the leadoff man in the 5th, and he flies into left field, got some carry. McKinstry sends Quan deep. It is gone. Zach McKinstry A game-tying home run in the 4th inning. A quick strike for the Tigers. And it's 2-2.
Well, you talk about one way to get the fans right back in the game. Got in that 3-1 count, and we kept wondering how long before he brings in Cade Smith. And I think he was trying to gas one more inning out of his ace after he had gone down the 3rd and 4th. But here, 3-1 heater for McKinstry, and he was on that ball. Now tied up 2-2. Look at this, BA, 3-1. Heater away, McKinstry goes with it. Beautiful, drives into that left center stands to tie this thing up at 2, and these fans are going crazy.
First career postseason home run for Zach McKinstry. An opposite field smash ties the game. 1-2 the count, and a swing and a miss. Sweeney strikes out. That's the other part of Cade Smith arsenal, that splitter. He's come back. He's been excellent. Got a good swing off that time, but just got under it. Fly ball to center field for Thomas, and the inning is over. And Cade Smith comes on, 3 up and 3 down, but McKinstry delivers a big home run for the Tigers. We're tied at 2, 5 in the books in game 4. Back for later. That's a shot, caught! Wow. Holden with the quick reflexes, snares it. Most likely it would have one-hopped the shortstop Sweeney.
I was going to say Sweeney was right there, but this was more impressive that he caught this ball.
A lot better highlight now.
Boom. And then just nonchalant, BA. Oh, I had it the whole time.
Woo. Now swing at him is Holden wipes him out. Sharp 6th inning. 3 up, 3 down after giving up a go-ahead home run in the 5th. Tigers get it right back. We're 2-2, bottom 6. Carpenter in a 2-2 game. And a little flare left center down, base hit. Kerry Carpenter, a leadoff single for the Tigers.
And I'll tell you what, that had to feel like a home run, BA, off Cade Smith. First hit he's given up. He got it in on him right here. Carpenter's able to loft it out there into left field.
And he missed badly. Ball 4 on 4 pitches. Riley Green draws the walk. 1st and 2nd with 1 away. Perez in the air to left field, sinking fast. It's down. A base hit. In to score is Carpenter. The Tigers have the lead. Winsell Perez comes through in the clutch. 3-2 Detroit.
Now, baseball's a funny game, BA. Game 2, he absolutely smokes one. He catches it right here. You can hear it, broken bat. But this one, Quan couldn't get to.
Carpenter looks like he's coming up a little short, hobbling on his way in.
Gotta keep it right here if you're the Guardians.
Another great play by Naylor. Oh, that hit him. Beg your pardon. Hits McKinstry. That's going to load the bases. Trey Sweeney, the rookie shortstop. Sweeney on the first pitch. Ground ball to Ramirez. He'll go across in time. And the side is retired. But the Tigers up 2-1 in this best of 5. They have taken the lead. Winsell Perez, the first pinch hitter of the game, drives in a run with a single. 3-2 Tigers. Tigers have Rogers, Nettles, and Carpenter coming up. We'll see if Carpenter's able to take the at-bat. There's a base hit. Quan slaps it back up the middle. Stephen Quan with 2 more hits.
Yeah, and you were wondering what they were going to do now. Quan, of course, continues to stay hot. Smoked this ball right back where it came from. Nice piece of hitting, and now Fry is going to come in for Mazzardo, and now you see A.J. Hinch come out.
Brisky deals it, and Fry in the air, deep left field. This is back. This is up and gone. David Fry, a two-run smash. The Guardians have the lead. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2-run go-ahead homer. David Fry, wow.
Well, we talked about that at bat yesterday. Smoked that ball. This one, he got elevated right here. Look at this, down, BA, right where you want it, where you can get extension. Look at that, pulls his hands in, man. What a beautiful view, what a beautiful swing. And
clutch on the road. Deep into left center, into the bullpen it goes. Ramirez pops this one up. Should end the inning. Sweeney is there, and that is the inning. But David Fry has his moment. What a moment it was. Game 4 with the Guardians facing elimination. Barreled it. Sends it out. 4-3 Cleveland. Stretch time in Detroit. Great golfer. And a fly ball right field on the run. Perez. And Perez. Oh, it's off his glove and off the wall. Ball's live. Brennan into second base with a double. It was in his glove momentarily.
man, I thought he made a great catch, and I think he had it. And I think the wall, oh no,
it hit the wall.
Yeah, it hit the wall. It went behind him. That's why we lost the ball for a minute. He trapped it with his body on the wall.
That almost went out just below the yellow line. Got to remember, Winsell Perez just converted to the outfield from the infield last season with a runner at second. A big run out there on the ground. Oh, what a play! Throw to first in time! Wow! Saves a run. Cole Keith, full layout.
What a play right here. In the hole, full extension.
Inning over. Jimenez robbed. Still 4-3 Cleveland. Riley Green and a line drive, center field, base hit. Green greeting Herron with a single, and the Tigers have the tying run on to start the 8th.
Well, I'll tell you what, BA, you saw Herron come in. You know that's a lot of outs for Clase to get, right? 6 outs, a 6-out, 2-inning save. For me, though, Herron, this is his 4th game pitching.
We've got another lefty due up next. On the ground, through, base hit. A one-hopper through the infield, and Winsell Perez turn it into a dude right now for the Tigers. 2 for 2 off the bench tonight. First and second with 1 out.
Well, he smokes this ball right here, just past him. You know, BA, we were wondering how many guys Herron would get. Even with the lefty-lefty matchup right here, he's going to get Clase. And I'll be honest, I can't blame him.
Perez, good speed at first. McKinstry on the ground, slow roller. Jimenez underhands it over to Naylor for out number 2. Clase ready for a 1-2. Here he comes, and a swing and a miss. Down he goes. Clase with a stare down. Struck him out. 101-mile-an-hour cutter. Nasty. Inning over. Tigers strand 2. Still 4-3 Cleveland. Will vest just in case. Day off tomorrow, travel day. Time to empty it out. And a line drive to center field, a base hit. Rocchio continues to swing a hot bat in this postseason. On base for the 2nd time. He also had a line out tonight. And it's a 1-out single. Guardians have an insurance runner aboard. Jose Ramirez is hoping for a chance this inning. Runner goes, hit and run on, and a base hit. All the way to third goes Rocchio. Stephen Kwan with his 3rd hit of the game. 6 hits in the last 2 games. And the Guardians are set up now. 1st and 3rd, 1 away. A.J. Hinch on his way to the mound.
Man, what a series he's had. He's shown you go the other way, pull the hands in. 8 for 16 now in this series. And I can tell you this, if you're Stephen Vogt, that one run right there would be massive for your team.
Second at bat for him. Shows bunt, gets it down, squeezes on, and safe! Quan and Rocchio both move up. Rocchio on the safety squeeze, able to score the run, and it's 5-3. How about that? You had a home run in one at bat, and then a squeeze bunt to give you a 5-3 lead for David Fry.
What a beautiful job. Look, Vest did everything he could. Beautiful kind of thing. And good slide by Rocchio there.
2 on. Ramirez, a swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. Vest, impressive. Strikes out Jose Ramirez for the 2nd out of the inning.
It just beats him to the punch. Perfect location. You can see Rogers didn't even have to move the mitt.
1st and 2nd here with 2 outs now for Josh Naylor. First ball swinging, fly ball to left. Riley Green is under it. Guardians have added on those tack-on runs late. David Fry with 3 RBIs. Rocchio with a great slide. The safety squeeze. 5-3 Cleveland. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last call for the Tigers. Did it in game 2. And Malloy turns on it down the left field line. It is a fair ball. Rattles into the corner. It's hot. Malloy into second base with a double. And the tying run will come to the plate. Justin Henry Malloy. A leadoff double off the bench.
Now look at him pull these hands in right here. And again, this is a perfect example. It's still got in on him some. But we talk about it, right-handers have a little, to me, better opportunity because that ball's not bearing in on your hands. And I'll tell you what, you don't think that squeeze play for the Guardians is looming large right now? Massive.
Great call. I was going to say Clase stuff was a little diminished in that 2nd inning in game 2. Meadows, big bouncing ball. And there is out number 1. It does advance Rogers. I beg your pardon. It does advance Malloy. The rookie, Jace Young, 23 years of age. Big swing, bouncing ball. Coming over is Jimenez. Tough play. Clase there for him. A run will score. Young gets the RBI. That was no easy play. But the Gold Glove second baseman, the Platinum Glove second baseman, handles it with ease.
Again, look at all these lefties, BA. If you go look at the thing, 3 out of the 4 lefties. Ooh, man, did he snow cone that ball?
2 outs, the 1-2 pitch, and he goes. It's a strikeout to end the game. The insurance run for the Guardians in the 9th comes up big. Clase locks it down. A 5-out save. Guardians snap an 11-game losing streak when they face elimination. They hadn't won a game since game 6 of the '97 World Series in elimination. Now this one, Frenchie's headed back to Cleveland.